Alright guys, Jason here from Atlantic Knives. Today we are out on another location, out for a little hike, and I thought we'd take a few moments. I brought a couple of things with me I'd like to talk about, and today's topic is clones. Now I know many of you in the knife industry have heard of clones, but a lot of you probably have bought one maybe knowingly and maybe not knowingly, but we're going to give you a little heads up about some things today. Clones usually come in a couple of different options. Most generally, the boxes and some of the things they come with are a sheer giveaway. Also the quality, if you look at the handles, the milling, generally there's some dead giveaways. Now I brought 3 Extrema ratio clones with me today here, and I'm going to show you these because these are really nice clones, and if someone were to take a picture of them and send them to you, you might buy one thinking it was real, and you'd be sorely mistaken when you got it. So first we're going to start with this one. This is the Extrema ratio Nemesis. Well, a clone of one. You'll notice it has all the writing and stamping. It even has the secondary lock. That's the first dead giveaway. The secondary lock does not work. It is simply a stationary button made to look like there's a lock there when it's not. It is still locked back. Nice solid knife for sure, but I guarantee you it's not N690 cobalt steel, probably more like 440 or Oz 8 at best. Still looks beautiful, has all the writing on the spine. So first of all, let's talk, why would somebody buy a clone? Obviously they make them because the style is a seller, and just to make money people clone other guys' designs. I think it's highly unethical, but it does happen, and maybe we should discuss why people would buy a clone. A lot of times if you were to buy this Extrema ratio, the Nemesis, let's say, this is a $400 knife if it were a real one. This one here was about $30. So if you want one just to sit in a display cabinet and look cool, this will do the thing. They're also pretty good little knives. I've tortured a couple of these ones just to see what they were like, and they were good steel, held a pretty decent edge, it sharpened well. All in all, it wasn't a terrible knife. For $30, it was well made, well constructed, looks nice, looks authentic. And if that's what you're looking for 30 bucks, then maybe a clone is not a terrible idea. However, that being said, these will not perform anywhere near an Extrema ratio. Your pocket clips will loosen up within weeks. Your lock doesn't work. There's a lot of minor defects, major defects. Around the pivot you'll notice it's not super tight. This would not be done with a real Extrema ratio. So you definitely get what you pay for. But this is just a good example of how good some of the clones can be. Let's take it one step further. This one comes in an entire box that looks just like the Extrema boxes. Has nice custom fitted foam. However, again, this one's the Fulcrum too. It is a clone. Exact same quality as the Nemesis that I just showed you earlier. Very nice looking blades. They have all the writing on the spines, on the blades. These are China-made clones. They are not made in Italy. So do not be duped by these. Again, for $30, probably not a bad knife. However, don't agree with the cloning of them. Again, comes in a nice professional box, even comes with extra tools to take your clips off. This is not an Extrema ratio. Last but not least, let's get into something a little bigger. This as well as a clone. As you'll notice, the box looks fairly professional. The sheath is a sheer dead giveaway for me. It looks the part. The writing is not nearly as nice. The clips, buckles, and attachments aren't nearly as nice. The stitching leaves something to be desired. Now, is this a nice sheath? Compared to some of the $30 and $50 and $80 knives that you buy, it's probably standard in line with some of those sheaths. It does have a feature here that you can remove completely with buttons. It has a loop over to hold your blade in, which I don't have it on. There's a secondary layer that can be peeled away from the sheath. This is your blade. Again, really nice, cool looking blade. Really nice grinds on it. It says Extrema ratio on the hilt. This is a replica of the Ultramarine. Even disassembles. Not a terrible knife. Definitely not an Extrema ratio by any means. Does it look nice? Actually, it does. I like the looks of this one. Hence why I knew it was a clone and I picked it up just to use for videos like this and to show people that you're not always getting what you pay for. So, that being said, gentlemen, a lot of times you'll see, and one I'm going to warn you about right away, is lately Spyderco and Benchmades have been being probably some of the most copied knives online. The Bug Out in particular seems to have some of the most fakes that are, they look spectacular really. I had a couple in hand, and to the untrained knife guy or to someone who doesn't know the difference, you might not know that you're buying a $25 knife for $100. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you're buying a Benchmade Bug Out for $100 or less, there's a good chance you should ask yourself if it's fake or not, and whether you care about that. There are a ton of them floating around. I have seen Les Osbornes and a few others. However, they have those as well. So it is something I would suggest that when you buy from a reputable retailer. Especially when you're ordering Amazon and places like that. A lot of times they don't even know, they're just using a subsidiary to ship it out, and a lot of times I see guys are getting scammed that way. So be careful, guys. Just know that there's some really good clones out there, and that you should always be careful when you're buying your knives. And that's it for my rant today.